Jahshii, what have you gotten yourself and Masika into?
This here, I don't know what kind of mood that you have, but me say them about like your shoeless. Them say corner put out our corner go. Nobody, none of them, else don't try.
This is going to cause a divide between the genocide fans and the Gaza fans in dancehall, and this is all your fault, Jahshii.
Them a act of shot, duck him neck. A fireball a puff him chest. Me chick like na.
Yeah, troublemaker, we all know that. Jahshii, how far you have fallen from glory. Jahshii was one of the first artists to bust in dancehall from the new generation. Jahshii and Skeng had the place in lockdown 2021. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing a Jahshii song played. If it wasn't Gunman Town, it was 25-8, Life Lesson, or even Keep Up.
It a go hard for them keep up. Me a go hard and my song them a creep up. For real a reality, my dream turn young, go get a heavy, get a youth hero.
Then came the most infamous and defined moment of his career, the ER interview with Anthony Miller.
You have to stay protected enough, fam. Yeah, you have to stay protected. You have a license gun?
No.
You have a security?
No.
You're not afraid?
No.
You have millions?
No.
I'll give you millions and you see how you move different.
This will go down as one of the most iconic and memorable interview in Jamaican history, alongside Ninja Man's interview with Miss Emily Crooks.
Were you really a Christian, or were you just broke?
What?
I needed some money.
You can't make me broke. You think a DJ
make
make money like me?
How much do you make for a regular stage show?
I tax you want come down for me. I don't make nothing. You think you're not...
You're Ali Button?
Yes, work for nothing, but if you check my pocket, it have been something.
During Jahshii's interview with Anthony Miller, he made some controversial remarks which placed a target on his back. He pissed off the police, or as Jahshii calls them,
Police are corrupt.
he spoke about their crimes towards ghetto youths, and yes, police commit crime too. He spoke about the corruption in the organization, and this made him more popular and beloved by the people, but more hated by the police. If he had died mysteriously back then, it would have not been of any surprise. Jahshii soon later experienced some unfortunate events, such as the death of his longtime friend / producer Taddy or Tadmar, more known as Active Music or Activity, who produced Jahshii's breakout single Cream of the Crop by the hands of the police. Some say it was because of the interview, others say Taddy was heavily involved in gang violence and deserved what happened to him. Them said that in and me no father. The pain and grief that Jahshii felt from the passing of his friend, he cultivated into his biggest and by far one of the most best song of his career, Born Fighter, which is a very powerful song. After this, everything kinda died down. Jahshii wasn't in the media as much, but there were rumors floating around about him and Skeng having a falling out. On Reggae Sumfest 2022, Jahshii and Intense had an altercation about performing, which led both artists to start sending subliminal disses to each other in their songs, but it did not turn into a full-on clash. Around this time too, him and Silk Boss got into a clash because Jahshii started to make fun of Silk Boss, who was having none of that. He retaliated with a song called Fox. The cover art for the song was a picture of Jahshii with a panty over his face with a gun pointed to his head. Jahshii later released a song called Mego Day, saying he will forward for Silk Boss in a broad daylight. They went on to drop a few more songs, but eventually Jahshii waved the white flag after he dropped a song called Bigger Picture, saying he was no longer preying the war but focusing on his career. But fans started saying it was because Silk Boss murdered Jahshii in the clash, so he went for the white flag. If you can't go war, don't pick trouble. Around this time, Masika and Skeng also got into a lyrical feud, with Skeng attacking Masika heavily with songs such as Gunman Session and Daybreak.
Half I know you leave run very clean. You want come in a chatting. Have candies a choke and a dozen cocky. A simple match home is cold like a rotten knocky. Knock him in the stop it Angela by a coffin. Can't pay a non tall like a matches.
Which Massacre chose not to respond to any of them, chalking it up to them a little boy, but kept on throwing shades at Skeng in a few songs. The rumors were now confirmed true in a now deleted Instagram post when John Coop, one of Skeng's producers, said this.
Pussy. Suck your mother, Jahshii.
Following this, people started calling Jahshii ungrateful because Skeng was the artist that gave him the boost in the street, and it was off of Skeng's energy and fans that he became known in dancehall. But he later went on to choose Massacre's side in the beef versus him and Skeng, and he even went on to throw subliminal at Skeng. Which went on to Skeng even dissing Jahshii in a song called New Era. The new year began without Jahshii being in the forefront again, until he went on to collaborate with Massacre on a phenomenal song called Pieces.
No more be a night, me no more be a day. Hey. Just picking up the pieces. Them not really love you, me know the street is.
Which now after 2 years has over 26 million views on YouTube. A few months later in July, Jahshii's car was shot up, leaving 6 people injured, but luckily Jahshii wasn't one of them because he switched cars a few minutes before. Him and Briscoe also got into an altercation, but no one really cares about Briscoe right now. Later on in the year, around September, Jahshii's brother died. He lost his life due to crime, but Jahshii did not went on to make another hit song. Instead, his career kept on slowly receding into irrelevancy. He slowly stopped dropping songs, and in the occasion that he dropped songs, it wasn't promoted as much because he was unable to concentrate due to the circumstances happening around him. And now it was obvious someone was after his life, and as the saying goes, if you can't catch Quacko, catch it shot. Which means, if I can't hold you, me I go hold one of your family member and murder them blood clot. Skeng got more known internationally, and even Intense went on to get more overseas booking. Fast forward to now, Jahshii has now become a call-up artist, a little unknown man in a bigger artist entourage who waits for them to be called up on stage so they can get a few minutes to perform, but not enough fame to be noticed otherwise. Jahshii fell from an artist who was booked for Sunfest and international shows to an artist who fall back a man.